Bridge Too Far, in my opinion, is one of the quintessential classic war films. Directed by Richard Attenborough, the epic movie depicts the Western Allies' risky attempt to end the Second World War by Christmas 1944 with Operation Market Garden. Based on Cornelius Ryan's book of the same name, the movie has one of the greatest ensemble casts of all time. Just a few of the names attached to the movie are Sean Connery, Michael Caine, Anthony Hopkins, Robert Redford, Gene Hackman, and so many more. And today, I shall be talking about some of the fascinating behind-the-scenes trivia regarding this movie. The film was shot just 30 years after the end of the war, meaning that many of the actual participants of the real Operation Market Garden were still alive. Brian Horrocks, James Gavin, Joe Vanderlaw, John Frost and Roy Urquhart all served as military consultants on the film, and lent their expertise in certain scenes. For example, Anthony Hopkins, who played John Frost, said that the real Frost was irked by Hopkins' constant running throughout the filming of battle scenes. Frost said that he never ran during the battle, and that a British officer would show disdain to the enemy by walking from place to place. Hopkins said that despite this, and not for a lack of trying, he was unable to stay calm with the gunfire and explosions going off all around him, so proceeded to keep running. The filming of the air scenes was done using real paratroopers. Hundreds of men jumped from real Dakotas, and to ensure they got the necessary footage, Richard Attenborough had 19 cameras rolling from the sky and the ground, as it was the only chance they'd have to film the drop. Over 100 period military vehicles were found and used in the film. Most of these were picked up from the Greek and Turkish armies, who were in the process of upgrading their arsenals. But did you know that some of the Shermans on screen were actually Land Rovers? Due to a shortage of Sherman tanks for the scenes involving 30 Corps, plastic moulds were placed over the top of Land Rovers. They were then placed in the background of some shots and used as filler, but some eagle-eyed viewers have spotted scenes that show them. For German tanks, Dutch Army Leopard 1s also stood in, due to a lack of running variants. Many of the actors in the movie, as well as most of the extras, underwent a military-style boot camp. There they practiced basic training, weapons handling, and military drills to help prepare them for filming. While today it's considered standard practice for films to train their actors in military skills, at the time, A Bridge Too Far was one of the first films to do this, and it certainly helps with the realism in my opinion. Hollywood megastar Robert Redford played Major Julian Cook of the 82nd Airborne. Fans of the film will remember his character as the man who leads the horrific river assault of the Vaal River at Nijmegen. According to historian Anthony Beevor, he read a letter to author Cornelius Ryan, and the real Julian Cook was reportedly unhappy with how Robert Redford portrayed him. This wasn't the only piece of controversy in terms of casting. Dirk Beauregard's portrayal of General Boy Browning caused complaints from the real Browning's family, due to the way the film pushed the failure of the operation towards Browning. Beauregard had actually served under Field Marshal Montgomery during the war, and he knew Browning personally, having actually been sent on the operation. He was deeply upset by the backlash and the criticism he received upon the film's release. When filming the movie in Holland, the crew had a tough time. Knowing Hollywood was in town, prices soared in the local area, so much so that a single bag of cement set the crew back $100. It got so ridiculous that more often than not, the production crews actually had to travel to Germany to get supplies for filming. Steve McQueen was actually offered a part in the movie, but after filming The Great Escape, he didn't want to take part in another ensemble war movie, instead preferring to be the lead actor in his films from that point onwards. Well, that concludes today's video. Hope you all enjoyed it and learnt something new about one of the greatest war films of all time, in my opinion. If you're after more Operation Market Garden content, I have linked below in the description some of the recent videos that I've done on it, including videos on the operation as a whole, and my recent video on John Frost's battalion at the bridge. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe as well. We'll see you all on the next one. Cheery bye.